Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel, or hi if you're new, my name is Abby, and in today's video I really wanted to do a what is on my iPad Pro. I don't know if you guys have seen my video about the unboxing. I'll link it down below and you can go check that out. So I've had this iPad for about a month now, and I think that I've had all the apps that I need on it. I don't really use all the apps on here, but I will go through that obviously and show you guys what's on here. Also, I will link all like the information about everything about my iPad down below, like the case. I'll link it from Amazon, as well as the Apple Pencil and just the iPad itself with the education prices. And if you guys didn't know, with education store or whatever, you can get free AirPods, or you can pay a little bit more for some AirPod Pros. Also, I do want to mention that I have a Paper-like screen protector on the iPad from Paper-like. They kindly actually sent me this screen protector. Video's not sponsored. I'm just really thankful they sent it to me. But it basically makes you feel like you're writing on paper. So I've actually noticed a difference in it. So I do recommend, if you're getting an iPad for note-taking or drawing, which is what most people get them for, to get the Paper-like screen protector. But without further ado, let's get into what's on my iPad Pro. So this is my main home screen or lock screen, whatever you want to call it. I actually made this in Procreate a couple days ago. I had to make a new one obviously because August is almost over. If you guys want me to make wallpapers for you and link them down below for free, I will 100% do that. Just ask me. And then this is the home screen or main dock screen, whatever you want to call this. I made this background as well in Procreate. It was really easy. So a lot of the apps on my iPad are similar to the ones on my iPhone. So if you guys want to go check out my What's on My iPhone video to get a more in-depth version of some of the apps, you can go check that out there. I will link it down below. But anyways, I'll still go through all the apps on my iPad like I promised, because obviously this is a What's on My iPad video. And I am using my iPad for student purposes, so a lot of these apps are going to be student-based. So starting off, I just have this folder called Random because I just like to keep all my apps on one page. So if I open that up, I just have the Notes, Calendar, Clock, Measure, Voice Memos, App Store, Maps, the Find My iPhone app, Contacts, and Settings. Out of all of these, I'll really just reach for Notes. As you can see, you can write in this with the Apple Pencil. I am using my Apple Pencil right now, but yes, you can write. And everything else I don't really use. I don't see any purpose for using on like an iPad. So next up is the photography folder. This is another folder I use a lot because I do all my thumbnails on my iPad, and I edit photos sometimes on my iPad. So I have all these apps. If you watch my How I Edit Instagram photos, you can see a more in-depth version of how I use most of these apps. So you guys can go check that out as well. I will also link that in the description box below. So I have Lightroom, Photoshop Express, Photoshop Fix and Mix, Fonto, which is for fonts obviously, Photo Booth, which I actually have never used, Remini, which is to enhance photos, Snapseed, I don't really use it often so I'm not gonna get into it, Visco, you've probably all heard of Visco, Snow I use for TikTok, Camera Connect is to make my iPhone a remote. I've never used it on my iPad, but I probably should soon. Teza, which is an app kind of like Visco, Shutterfly, which is an app that you can buy different photo books and stuff, and you can also store photos on. Canva I use for thumbnails sometimes, Pixar I use for thumbnails sometimes, and Dazcam is also for TikToks, then obviously just the normal camera app. So moving on to TV, which is another one I use a lot. I use my iPad to watch TV a lot, so this folder is obviously used a lot. So I just have Hulu, Netflix, Prime Video, Showtime, Disney Plus, and Apple TV. The next up is just shopping, which I don't really use at all on my iPad. I just have it just in case. So you have Starbucks, the TD Bank app, Uber Eats, Venmo, and Grubhub. TD Bank is probably the one I'll reach for the most because that is just my debit card. And then music, I have Apple Music, which actually isn't even like on my iPad right now, and Spotify. I am a huge Spotify user, so I will link my Spotify down below. You guys can go check out the music that I'm listening to and follow me there. And next up is YouTube, which I have all the apps for you guys, which is really not that many because I just have YouTube, YouTube Studio, and Subcount. I don't really use Subcount anymore, but I have it anyways. And then YouTube Studio is where all my analytics are, where I can see some of my videos, how well they're doing, if they're doing good or bad, and then also just YouTube to watch YouTube videos, obviously. And the next folder is the UO folder. If you guys don't know, I'm going to the University of Oregon in the fall, hopefully. So I just have two of their apps here. One of them is this U Oregon one is mainly for finding classes and stuff. And this Be a Duck app, I'll open it up, is just like campus tours and things to do around campus. So I have that. And then just the basic photos, Google, and obviously Procreate. I go between Google and Safari, but I mainly use Safari. Sometimes I use Google if I'm feeling it. And obviously Procreate, like I said, I can always do a a more in-depth tutorial on how I use Procreate, but I'll show you guys the last thing that I did. I actually made this thumbnail, so here's an example. And then I also have just done some drawings. That's YouTube stuff. Here are my drawings. Here is a drawing I've done of myself, as well as a drawing I did of me and my friends. I'm trying to work on bettering myself at drawing. Like, this is one of the more original ones that I've done, so I'm getting like a little better. Next up, down here at the bottom bar, we just have all my social media apps. I have Snapchat, TikTok, Facebook, Pinterest, Discord, Instagram, and GroupMe. Out of all of these, I really just use Facebook and Pinterest on my iPad. I've never used Discord on my iPad, but I've used it to talk to people before. And then Snapchat's annoying, so I don't even use it. TikTok is way too big, so I don't use it. And Instagram, I go on it if I want to, but I'd rather just go on it on my phone. And then next, which is where you guys came for this video, not really, but this is the student version of my iPad. I have all of these student apps in one folder. As of right now, I don't really know what apps I need because I haven't started classes, obviously, but I just have all of my apps on here that I think I'll need, and then I'll delete later and download some more eventually. So I have Google Drive, Google Meet, Google Slides, Canvas, which is where like the student hub is. It's kind of like the parent portal, but it's the student portal for yourself. PowerPoint, Gmail, which I use a lot, Google Docs, Google Calendar, which I actually like Google Calendar to like set up my schedule and just plan stuff out, but I also want to go buy a hard copy planner. Outlook, which is where my Oregon email is through. I don't know why I can't get it through Gmail, but I had to get Outlook. And then I have Files, which I don't use. Google Translate, I don't really use either, but I used it when I was in Italian. Google Teams, because I know some people use that to meet. GoodNotes, which is my note-taking app. If you guys want me to do a note-taking video when I start classes, I will do this. This is just an example of some of the classes that I'm taking and the credits that I'm coming in with if you want to see my handwriting. Other than that, I haven't really played around. I've tried making like different ideas and just playing around with it. And I just have Word, Zoom, obviously we need the Zoom for Zoom University, Keynote, which is basically like PowerPoint and Google Slides. I don't know why I have 3, but I do. I have Navigate, which I am not too sure what this app is. I had to get it. They told me to get it for Oregon, so I have it. I guess it's to make appointments and stuff. Don't really know. And then obviously Quizlet, which is like flashcards. I used it a while ago maybe. And then Dropbox for just like sending in photos and stuff. And then at the bottom, I just have the texting, FaceTime, and then Safari. Like I said, I use Safari the most. The reason why I have these apps all at the hotbar down here instead of on the main home screen is because let's say I'm like in GoodNotes taking notes, whatever, and then I want to go on Safari or something, I can easily swipe up and then place Safari to the side. I don't really know how to like swipe out and not like and open them, so I find that putting all of the apps you kind of need at the hotbar down here is the best option. And then I also just have the apps that I opened up last, so like let's say I was watching TV and then I go on here, I can easily come on here and open up Disney Plus while I'm doing other work. I normally watch TV while I draw. But yeah, that is everything on my iPad. So that is actually everything on my iPad Pro. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure you comment, like, and subscribe for more iPad videos and just to see my other content in general. I am so excited to start doing college videos once that rolls around. Thankfully, as of right now, I am heading on to campus to move into the dorms, but you know, I still have another couple more weeks, so we'll see how that pans out. But either way, I will be making college content for you guys, whether that's day in the life, online learning videos, tips, tricks, anything you want. Make sure you comment that down below. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like I said, make sure you comment, like, and subscribe. Follow me on all my social media. It is linked down below in the description box, like always. Also, go check out Paperlike. I will link their website down below as well. And I will see you guys in my next video. Mwah. Peace out, Girl Scouts.